4 WWE stars with whom Roman Reigns could reform the Bloodline upon return. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Jennifer. Have a nice day. For the WWE family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. Roman Reigns has been absent from WWE since the Raw after WrestleMania 41. The Tribal Chief was in the main event of Night 1 of the Show of Shows, where he was defeated by Seth Rollins in a triple threat match, leaving the world stunned. On the following Monday night, Reigns was taken down by Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins, which led to him getting written off TV. Since then, fans have been wondering why the former undisputed WWE champion has not returned to the squared circle. However, a heartwarming new update has given the WWE Universe an answer. Reigns reportedly welcomed his sixth child to the world recently, which could be the reason for his absence over the past few months. Reigns is seemingly back on track to make his return to the company very soon. However, the Tribal Chief will need some backup after Rollins and his faction have grown to become one of the most dominant groups in recent memory. The best way for Reigns' return is to reform the Bloodline to go against Rollins and his faction. While all other stars are seemingly out of the picture, let's check out a few names Roman Reigns could reform the Bloodline with on Raw. WWE NXT. Star Lance Anoa'i. He has garnered a lot of attention in the company lately, with his incredible performances captivating fans. The star could be brought to the main roster early as a partner to Roman Reigns in the Bloodline. Reigns and anoa'i, as two dominant superstars, would be a great team to take on Rollins and his faction on the red brand. Further, the Tribal Chief could bring one more name to his side to get a six-man tag team match booked for the biggest party of the summer. Former United States champion Jacob Fatu has been engaged in a massive feud with Solo Sikoa and the new Bloodline lately. The Samoan werewolf ended up losing his title to Sikoa after Hikuleo made his debut, and Tongaloa marked his return at Night of Champions. Fatu could now team up with the original Tribal Chief, taking some time off from his feud with Sikoa to take on Seth Rollins and his faction. Further, after the duo is done with the rivalry, they could turn their attention to Solo Sikoa and his new Bloodline on SmackDown, beginning an incredible storyline. Former World Heavyweight Champion Jey Uso has lost his track since losing the world title to Gunther on Raw a few weeks ago. The Yeet Master competed in the King of the Ring tournament, but ended up losing the semifinals to Cody Rhodes. With no rivalries currently in place for the star, Jey could align with his former Tribal Chief Roman Reigns against Mr. Money in the Bank and his crew to reform the Bloodline and make headlines all around the world. Former Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn is already involved in the feud with Seth Rollins and his faction on the red brand. With Roman Reigns possibly returning in the same story, Zayn aligning with Reigns would fit perfectly in the current narrative. Zayn's reunion with Jey Uso and the Tribal Chief would be the best way to advance the story and draw the attention of the WWE Universe. Fans will have to wait and see what the company has in store for the story next. Although Roman Reigns has been away from the WWE spotlight for quite some time now, he has been enjoying a huge personal milestone. During a recent Quanda session with WrestleVotes, it was reported that Reigns and his wife, Galina Becker, have welcomed another child into their family. The report states, this marks the sixth child for the former undisputed WWE champion and his college sweetheart, who have been married since 2014. The couple's family includes a daughter, Joelle, born in 2007, twin sons born in 2016, and another set of twin boys welcomed in 2020. They've chosen to keep details about their newest addition private, aligning with their desire to maintain their family life out of the public eye. Reigns has been on a hiatus from WWE since Raw after WrestleMania 41, where he was attacked by Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker. Reigns' name has been mentioned in recent creative meetings. T is 2025, and WWE is still a haven for some of the most prominent and prolific superstars on the planet, with Roman Reigns and John Cena as two of the biggest names in sports entertainment history. Both have enjoyed unparalleled careers in the wrestling ring, making millions from their appearances, products, and fanbase. But in terms of total wealth and financial power, their careers have taken very different directions. Although WWE still sees its best in Roman Reigns, John Cena's move far away from the ring, especially to the box office and endorsements, put him even higher than Reigns on the cash ladder. In this piece, we will take a closer look at who is the richest WWE superstar. John Cena, who is a jack of all trades, has become a cash cow in recent years. Various outlets place Cena's 2025 net worth at around the $80 million mark, a number no doubt propped up by his years of work in Hollywood film, endorsement deals, and his continuing tenure in WWE. Cena's blockbuster franchise acting roles, along with highly profitable brand endorsements, are the main sources of his wealth. Secondly, Cena is a walking billboard, an attraction always close to a spotlight, somehow always in the public eye, generating income. WWE superstar Roman Reigns, despite being one of the biggest names in the company, has a salary more than $18 million lower than Cena's. According to reports for 2025, the net worth of Roman Reigns is approximately $20 million. The majority of his wealth comes from his WWE contract, merchandise sales, and a few endorsements. Although one of the top earners on the active roster, his post-wrestling projects have not been nearly as diverse as Cena's. The bulk of it still involves Reigns in the ring time versus testing the waters of acting or some other venture. Roman Reigns is making the waves as WWE's mainstay, but John Cena's path outside of wrestling is making him more money. John Cena has converted his time in professional wrestling into dollars in Hollywood and endorsements, making him the financially heftier of the pair in 2025. On the other hand, Reigns hasn't so far taken advantage of the opportunities outside of the wrestling ring. Hence, John Cena is the richest WWE superstar on the list when it comes to net worth in 2025. WWE has hinted that Roman Reigns will return to WWE soon by advertising him for SummerSlam. But what about his bloodline? As of now, the Bloodline 2.0 has recruited a new member in Hikuleo, and Tonga Loa made his return. With JC Mateo, Solo Sikoa won the WWE United States title at Night of Champions. Jacob Fatu is out of the Bloodline 2.0 and could team up with Jimmy USO if needed. But what about the rest? And could Reigns return with a new member of his own? A video went viral on social media after Fatu lost the title at Night of Champions. This featured his former tag team partner, Zilla Fatu, reacting to the loss. He tweeted a telephone emoji saying that he was just a phone call away. This got fans curious about the prospect of Zilla potentially joining WWE. While there is no news of Zilla signing a WWE contract, Umaga's son has been vocal about his desires. Ever since Jacob debuted in WWE, Zilla has used every opportunity to make it clear that he is available to help out. If WWE plans to sign the current indie star, it will add a major player to Roman Reigns' potential new Bloodline team. Joining them could be the USOs, as it has been reported that WWE plans on reuniting the former tag team champions. This could be done ahead of WWE Survivor Series War Games this year. WWE has put the OTC on the poster, hinting that he will take part in the premium live event. Right now, however, these are just speculations. It was recently revealed that Roman Reigns was cast as Akuma in the upcoming Street Fighter reboot. Soon after, it was revealed that the studio is eyeing another WWE star for the role of Guile. This is none other than Cody Rhodes. The American Nightmare is currently in talks about the role. If he does get cast, this will be the first time the two stars will act opposite each other in a Hollywood movie. Fans are expecting the two to have a bout in the movie as a subtle nod to wrestling fans about their history in 2024. Rhodes has starred in a number of shows and cameoed in a few movies before this. Roman Reigns' last WWE appearance dates back to some time ago, and fans continue to wonder what the management's exact plans are for his future. The former world champion participated in the main event of WrestleMania 41 Night 1, along with Seth Rollins and CM Punk, but failed to prevail in Las Vegas because he was betrayed by Paul Heyman, who propitiated the victory of the visionary. The Tribal Chief was also featured on the episode of Monday Night Raw, following the showcase of the Immortals, in which he was brutally assaulted by Seth Rollins and Braun Breaker before disappearing from TV for an unknown reason. Being a veteran of the company by now, Reigns has learned that his body needs a few breaks during the season to avoid injuries and always be in great shape when performing in the ring. He will be one of the most anticipated men at SummerSlam, the most important PLE of the summer, which will take place on August 2nd and 3 promising to give fans a lot of emotions. We reported that last week that he's due back imminently. His name has been floated around on documents. That's where we can leave it. But I'd imagine it's not a SummerSlam return. That's the best I can say right now. I'd imagine going into SummerSlam, people will know what he's doing. WrestleVotes revealed. It is no secret that the former member of The Shield has important ambitions for the second part of the season, wanting to return to the top of the company's hierarchies and compete for the world title again. Reigns has had to settle for a slightly lesser role than in the past since he was dethroned by the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania XL last year, but he's ready to shine again in full swing. His in-ring return is undoubtedly one of the most anticipated moments of the entire summer. It has been months since we last saw Roman Reigns on WWE television, leaving fans to wonder what the future holds for the Tribal Chief. His final appearance came just after WrestleMania 41, when he was attacked in a surprise post-show attack by Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman, and Braun Breaker. After that, Reigns has vanished, and it has people wondering if he's permanently out or if he's gearing up for a huge return. He hasn't been seen for months in WWE, and according to sources backstage, that absence is being planned as just that. And WWE is hoping to turn his absence into excitement for his anticipated return this summer, ahead of WWE's biggest summer show of SummerSlam, likely taking place at MetLife Stadium on August 2nd and 3. There appears to be a good chance that Reigns would make his anticipated return at the event itself. According to behind-the-scenes talk in WWE, the company has been slowly setting the stage for his return by preparing promotional material and merchandise, focusing on the Tribal Chief. He gets brought up a lot in production meetings, usually a broad signal that a huge star is on the way back. WWE reportedly has developed an enormous storyline centered on his impending return that would significantly alter the landscape of the company. The return of Roman Reigns may spark a few top feuds. Perhaps the clearest direction would see him face Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman's expanding faction, with Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed now part of the group. They had the piece of the puzzle that they left on the table at WrestleMania with the betrayal angle. The speculation also includes some form of match against CM Punk, who is still technically involved in the power struggle storyline. During Roman Reigns' absence, however, the Bloodline has been a changed beast. Solo Sikoa has captured a piece of that control, even wearing Reigns' Ula Fala, a move that many have interpreted as a symbol of leadership. The possibility of Reigns coming back to take his place as Tribal Chief sets the table for a dramatic power struggle within the Bloodline. Other reports suggest that Reigns may team up with other names in the likes as LA Knight or even Jacob Fatu to counter Rollins' faction and potentially regain dominion of WWE. Reigns had been rumored to be pursuing film roles, including a role in a future Street Fighter movie. But insiders insisted that Reigns' Hollywood pursuits won't impinge on his WWE schedule, at least not around SummerSlam time. He may have deliberately taken these few months off to ensure that the return would have the greatest impact. Now, the WWE Universe is marking the days until one of the more monumental returns of all time. The Tribal Chief is returning, and the locker room better be prepared. While the clock ticks down to SummerSlam, we know that Roman Reigns' return isn't merely coming, it's a reckoning. Alliances will be shattered, authority challenged, and an entire WWE landscape could be forever altered in a single night. The Tribal Chief is not just returning, he is returning to take it all. As the date of SummerSlam comes closer, anticipation reaches a fever pitch. Roman Reigns' return isn't just about reclaiming his throne, it's about redefining dominance in the WWE Universe. The countdown has begun, and when the Tribal Chief walks back through that curtain, the entire WWE Universe will bear witness to a new era of